What's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Jimmy is not on the screen right now. He'll be on shortly. But guess what? We're on time today. Let me shout out to my first five, my starting five, which is Rod Wells, Joseph Baldridge, Mindy Collins, Daryl Barnes, and Todd Holmes. Those are starting five. And our sixth man of the day is Derek Johnson. What's up, Derek? What's up, everybody? Let me tell y'all something. Daryl Barnes, do me a favor. You know, I started to text you, but why do you put about 4 zeros and a 6? What does that mean? Could you put that in there? What's the triple O, then the quadruple O in the 6? Tell me what that means, because we don't. You text us and you put that in our. I just want to find out what it means. What's up, Walter Yates? What's up, everybody? Let me share some with y'all, man, today. What does the 5, 6, what does that mean? You know, you keep putting it up on the Facebook. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what that means. I'm not a Greek guy. I'm not in no club. It was me, find me. So I never joined one of those clubs. So I'm just curious. Okay. What's up, Eric Raspberry? Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir. I did not know I just had to ask. You know how they say, if you want to ask, you want to know something, you ask about it. But this is a unique day for me, man. I want to sit and talk to y'all anyway before Jimmy came on. I saw something last night. And I'm just trying to find it, and I just want to share this with y'all. Something that Jared Kushner said. Jared Kushner is the president's son-in-law. And he said some stuff last night, and I just wanted to share with y'all because a lot of people are trying to find exactly what he said before I bust him upside the head. But he was just talking about what Donald Trump has did for the black community, and the black community got to do this, and they got to do this. They got to. I'm trying to find it, y'all. I want to. He mentioned this is what he said, and I want to be clear. He's now look at it here. Now check this out. He is nothing but the president's son-in-law. Okay. Jeremy, I don't want to talk about it. I told y'all a long time ago about the Supreme Court. Y'all wasn't listening to me. So I told y'all 3 years ago about the Supreme Court. He said President Trump's policies, and I'm just talking to the chop shop right now. His policies are the policies that can help people break out of the problems they are complaining about. But he can't want them to be successful more than they want to be successful. This is what Jared, we're going to get to Bethune-Cookman. We're going to get to that. We're going to try to get to everything together. But this kind of stuff right here, when he says stuff like that, okay. And now this trust fund baby, who daddy had to talk his way into Harvard because he couldn't get in. But black people got to want to be successful. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all follow me on this. Follow me on this one. It took the Senate 38 days after Supreme Court Justice death to replace her. 38 days. Mark that down. It's been it's been 215 days since the Senate approved the stimulus bill that gave the people out there $1,200. They had them people survive on $5 per day. In case there's any doubt left about where their priority is at. But this the part I'm kind of upset, right? Rick Timms. He talking about unsuccessful and successful. This stuff is on the ballot, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I tell y'all to go out and vote. I would stand in line for 6 hours if I had to. How dare him? This trust fund baby get up here and talk about success and unsuccessful. That is why I always give y'all a little history lesson. So to show you about the black people that were left out of our history books. That's why I'm always talking about this, right? What makes him think he knows us better than we know ourselves? Thank you, Rick. Born on third base, and I love that, Rick. But y'all help me, walk me through this. I'm talking about success right now, okay? On this date, October the 27th, Brandon Nicholson, 2010, the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, dedicated a memorial to those that died in the Tulsa race riots. It's in 2010, okay? Nearly 90 years ago, the memorial consisted of a 25-foot bronze tower that was encircled by 12 bronze memorial plaques that told the history of the riots, in which hundreds of black people, citizens who were killed, and thousands were left homeless. People doing well, killed, left homeless, no insurance. The insurance companies wouldn't pay out, no wealth, no nothing. But this guy said, if we're going to be successful, we got to follow what Donald Trump said. Hold on. That memorial can be seen today at John Hope Franklin's Reconciliation Park in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Those were successful black people who came to Tulsa, Oklahoma, y'all, with nothing. Many of those people were out of slavery, not even one generation removed, and they were successful. And what the hell did the folks do? They burned the damn town down. Jared Kushner slaughtered them, murdered them. I couldn't let this go today, ladies and gentlemen. How dare this guy go and say some mess like that? How dare him? Y'all, let me tell y'all something, man. That kind of talk right there, that kind of rhetoric right there is on the ballot, ladies and gentlemen. Let me repeat it in just case you just tuned in. Jared Kushner, the president's son, the only reason he's in the White House, ladies and gentlemen, is because he married the president's daughter. Okay? All right. Let's get that straight. He said his policies are the policies that can help people break out of the problem they're complaining about. But he can't want them to be successful more than they want to be successful. Y'all, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. Representative Gwen Moore. I'm trying to give us some time before Jimmy come on. Representative Gwen Moore, she tweeted, trust fund baby, slumlord Kushner, who was enriched himself in the White House, takes the silver spoon out of his mouth long enough to insert his foot with a racist trope about black people and success. Hold on, there's more. W. Camus Bell, writer. He said Jared Kushner was born into a rich family who gave him everything he could possibly need to succeed, be successful, and still his daddy had to bribe his way into Harvard. These the kind of people that we have got roaming through our White House. When I say it's our White House, yes, it's our White House. Yes. If you're a taxpayer, that's your White House. These are the kind of people we got roaming through those hallways. But I just wanted to share that with y'all, man, because we keep getting off focus. Well, you know, the stuff that I'm seeing, some of our most educated people, I'm finding out, man, that went to college. And I'm seeing some of their posts on Facebook. Some of they just don't know. I talked to my barber the other day, Kim Jackson. When I tell you this, a brilliant man, I mean, he's great at stocks every day. Like the day I come in, is his day. He trades stock every day. He teach young men how to trade stock every day. He's doing great things in the community. I love to go get my hair cut by this guy. This man, I forgot how old he said he was. He's never voted. It's the first time he's ever voted in his entire life. He just didn't understand the process. Remember I said, smart man, just didn't understand the process. And a lot of people don't. And I understand it. I just happened to study political science when I was young. State and local government when I was in college. I was fascinated. I told you, look up Harold Ford. Harold Ford, my first civic duty. Harold Ford Sr., not Junior. Harold Ford Sr. was a congressman, a state representative, a congressman, a U.S. congressman from Tennessee, but he was based in Memphis. And I worked on his first campaign. And I'm going to tell y'all, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was looking in. All I remember, John Newsom, he had the nicest and the most beautiful wife in the world. She was so nice and she always smelled so good. So guess what? When we're doing the envelope, I've always wanted to come just so I could be around her. He was great too, but I'm just telling you, I remember his wife and how gracious she was for us to stamping the envelopes and doing all this. The first ever civic dude, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just a young 18-year-old man, young man that always, I didn't really understand the process all the way, but I participated. And I've been voting since I've been 18. And this man say this is the first time he ever voted. And he just didn't know. He just, and him and I had a talk the other day. And we just talked. And he said, man, you know what? I'm always giving advice in here. He said, man, you blessed me today. He said, every time you come in here, I'll put some, he had the screen on the wall. I'll put some on YouTube that he has never seen. But this the kind of stuff I've learned. That's why we can't shame people into doing stuff. No, we just got to educate. People just don't understand. People just don't know. I asked an intelligent man. He asked me about some racist stuff that Trump done did. And I told him about the Central Park 5. Guess what he said? He said, man, I thought that was just some fake news. I thought that was somebody. He never researched it and thought he's so used to Trump saying fake news. He just think anytime somebody say something about, he never apologized to those guys. And I'm just, we just got to become a lot aware and smart. Y'all notice I'm on this edge. It's some things I told y'all about Adam Clayton Powell in the 30s and the 40s was in Congress from New York. I didn't know that. They didn't have that in my history books in Memphis, Tennessee. I told you about Robert Church, how powerful he was. The richest black man, the first black millionaire in Memphis. I didn't know about him when I was a young kid. And I'm just sitting back and just watching. He funded Ida B. Wells. Ida B. Wells was an activist and she was, against all the Jim Crow, and they put her out of Memphis. Now, guess what, y'all? As of I think this week of soon or past week or so, they erected a statue of Ida B. Wells in the city of Memphis that they put out and banned it out of Memphis a long time ago because she was saying, no, quit treating my people bad. So that's what, we just got to look at our history, because if we don't look at our history, we're prone to repeat it. That's why I keep doing what I'm doing. And even yesterday, I sit in this thing and talk about on this show. Y'all got to realize, and I want to make it plain, I have no benefit. I have no business that is directly tied to summer basketball. Parents, I want y'all to hear that. I'm not part of Jimmy's events. I'm not part of nobody's events. No, listen, I'm telling you, because I went to an event one time and the dude looked at me and told me, man, y'all got to do something about these referees. Dude, it's not my event. That's the guy over there in the hat event. So let's get that straight. I have nothing, none of my interests, summer basketball, and what y'all do in summer basketball. My interest is to help parents like me that didn't know the process and just try to usher them through the process. That's my role in this thing. So yesterday, I just mentioned something about some guys getting together and doing an event, because they had a big event in Dallas this weekend. We talked about it a little bit on yesterday, and all I said was, is it possible? Now listen to me, Clarence Harris. Y'all listen to me. I want y'all to listen to my words clear today. All I said was, is it possible that, and I named 6 guys, is it possible for us to do something like that in Texas and bring the other people from out of the country back to us, instead of letting somebody outside of Texas come in and do this event? So everybody gave me their explanations. Oh, well, this guy here, this was a girls' event. The girls had power. This the girls. The guy. They gave me a whole lot of damn excuses. And all I wanted to know, hey, Crystal, how the folks didn't know and realize that Adam Clayton Powell was a black man. I know. Corey, one of the greatest men, and I've said this. Adam Clayton Powell. Corey, you interrupted me, but I mentioned Adam Clayton Powell on this show, and several people have emailed me and told me that's the first time they ever heard of the man. And he is one of the most powerful figures. I'll put him up there with anybody you ever want to name in the black community that did much for our community. I don't care who it is. Okay, so let's go. Oh, Todd Home, thank you for the putter. So all I did yesterday, Corey, I took 6 gentlemen. I'm gonna call these gentlemen names: Stacey Houston, Buff from up in Dallas, Alan Branch from up in Dallas, and then I took from here. I said Jimmy Hicks, Rick Nelson, and Marcus Sloan. And all I said, is it possible for those guys? And Jimmy's not on the air right now. Is it possible for those guys to, come together and do something like that? I just asked, was it possible? So people call me. So guess what I did? So I went and prayed about it. And what I'm going to do to those guys, I'm going to eliminate excuse. If y'all get together and get a plan, I'll get the funding for it. I'm going to repeat that. If you 6 guys, them 6 I named, you got to work together. If y'all don't work together, I'm not giving nothing. But if you 6 guys work together and bring me a proposal like whatever that was out there, they got everybody talking about it, I want to see you 6 guys do it, and I want you to eliminate the excuse about, I don't want to do this with him. I'm going to get the funding for you. So y'all can quote me on that one. And y'all got it in writing. And I want to commit. I thought last night, I said, why should I worry about something and y'all ain't worried about it? I just noticed this. I said that Robert Hatter do not get a dime from summer basketball, summer Jimmy's tournaments, nobody's tournaments. I never worked nobody's tournaments. I never been. You notice I haven't been going to nobody's tournaments. I went to one tournament. That's the unicorn tournament. The unicorn tournament, the girls event. Let me tell you something. Rick Brown is no excuse. I want them 6 guys. Y'all, listen to me. The next 6 guys, I'll pick y'all out later. I got a reason that I want those 6 guys to work together. I know every last one of those guys. And guess what? That's what I'm trying to do. All right. So that eliminates the excuse. But we got to come. What I was trying to explain to those guys yesterday, it's not a phantom putter, man. Man, you don't know nothing about no putters, man. That's the Scotty Cameron putter, man. Hey, Thaddeus, and Thaddeus, you got to understand. I had to pray about this, Nissaville. I'm going to run those 6 names again to you. Nissaville. See, Nissaville, y'all got me working too hard over here. I'm under the lights. In Dallas, Stacey Houston, Buff, Alan Branch. Notice I got a mixture of age and experience. No, I'm trying to weave a web here, ladies and gentlemen, in Dallas. Then we're going to Houston. We're going to get Jimmy, Rick Nelson, and we're going to put Sloan in there. Okay? Young, old experience. I mean, those 6 guys, they would commit and give me a business plan. Show me, hey man, this one, I got to. They ain't got to worry about coming out their pocket. I'm gonna foot the bill. You're gonna pay me back. But I'm gonna foot the bill. Okay? So that's us. That's chop shop. Let's make in this Seville. I know what I'm doing right here, baby. And if you didn't hear me a second ago, I said the next 6 guys, I'm going to work on them later. Something about these guys that I'm trying to do something with right now. Okay? We'll work with Brian Jolivet later. That's my dude. Me and him talk almost once a week. So I'm good. I got my reason. In this Seville, this is my money I'm going to put up. Let me do what I want to do. Okay? Okay. All right. Okay. You get your 6 if you want to. All right? So, thank you, Clarence Harris. So I was looking up. I've been on this thing about potential. Okay? Been on this thing, man. I was watching these guys. You can't rest on your last laurel. You can't, you just did a good tournament. You got another one. You got to work on. If you already did it, that's not potential no more. And I see in Anissaville, I see the reason doing what I'm doing. I see so much potential in these guys. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Nothing against you. Appreciate you. But I see potential in these guys. I think Jimmy's here now. Okay? Jimmy, come up a little bit in the screen there, boss. Just come up just a little bit for me, and then we're going to be all right. I see potential in these guys. And Jimmy, you wasn't here, man. I don't know if you listened to me. I don't know if you heard what I said. I put out a gauntlet yesterday, and I just threw it out there. I'm not worried about what gonna come. I done did my part, because I am not Jimmy told me a long time ago, input equal output. This is not my industry, and I am not going to spend too many more days worrying about somebody else's industry. I'm just not. But what got me, I was thinking about potential. And in these guys, when I looked at all six of them's resume, I looked at potential, and I'm going to help you out. It's untapped power. It's unused ability. It's dormant strength. It's hidden power. Potential is all you could be, but you haven't become yet. Potential is how far you can go in life, but you haven't gone yet. And potential, y'all got to help me, is really who you really are, but you haven't seen yet. Potential is everything you can be, but you haven't become yet. I see so much potential in what this industry can be because a man named Alan Branch said years ago on this show that this is a black man's game and a white man's business, but I think it's more potential. And I got another thing. Potential is what it's never, Clarence Harris. Potential is never what you've done already. So if you already done it, you ain't done nothing. It's always what you could do, but you haven't done yet. And that's what the greatest enemy, y'all, of progress is your last success. The greatest trap of moving ahead is getting too excited about where you are. I don't want none of these guys to get too excited about where they are. Don't be excited to where you are, man. That's the greatest trap of moving ahead. Whenever you feel like what you've done is the best you can do, then you just done died. No matter what you've done, if it didn't kill you, there's more left in you. That's what I see that made me say what I said. I see some potential. And these guys, some of these people are resting on whatever you done it, man. Let's make some new memories. Some new memories. So a little more thing. I'm going to bring Jimmy, you come in. I'm going to bring some more. I know we got some sports stuff, but we got to help out. Sometimes we can sit up here and talk about sports and talk about this message. Sometimes we got to talk about something that can help. Sometimes God didn't give me this platform and what he put in me. All this potential we got, Jimmy, if we go to our grave without fulfilling it, we are generational thieves. That means we rob the next generation of what we could do. I know you ain't never heard that one before. Generational thief. I convicted myself, Jimmy. I'm sitting up here watching a friend of mine who I brought on this show. She wrote her book. But that same friend came to me 6 or 7 years ago and told me, you need to write a book. And I said, I want all these people to know my business. Get out of here. Hey, you can't tell me what to do. I argued with her. Guess what? She wrote her book. Guess who haven't wrote their book? And what I got convicted at, Jimmy, I said, it's some stuff that Robert Hatter has did since he been on this earth that need to be told. Because a lot of guys haven't did this. So guess what? If I don't write my book, somebody else gonna write the story. So if I don't write the book, that means I'm robbing the next generation. I'm a generational thief. And guess what? I'm on the way to not becoming a generational thief because I'm already consulting with ghostwriters right now. to get that thing done. So that's what I wanted to give y'all today. Jimmy, what's up, man? I'm just trying to make something happen, man. Y'all got to understand, when I get up at 5:30 in the morning praying, this what's going to come out of me. I'm sorry if you don't pray, and that's your business, but that's how my life works. And this what come out today. But what's up, Jimmy? How you doing today, man?
What I miss on?
dude, too much.
Yeah, you preaching about.
I know it, man. It's just no. I mean, in case you didn't, because I thought you did, but in case you didn't, you remember I mentioned 6 guys yesterday, and you 6 guys, and I asked a question. I said, in case you're just joining, I asked a question: could Alan Branch, Stacey Houston, Buff in Dallas, Rick Nelson, Jimmy Hicks, and Alan and Marcus Sloan in Houston, could y'all put on an event the way that I did this weekend? And that's all I wanted to know. So then, Jimmy, I went home after prayer. I said, well, Robert, guess what? You got to do more. Because I was saying, guess what I plan on doing today? I plan on coming here and saying, man, I ain't gonna never talk about y'all business. That's y'all business. I don't care. But there's a higher power out here, and he told me this what I came up with this, man. If you 6, no other 6, that 6 there, get together and come up with get me a plan, I'll get the financing for it. And that's what I said about it. And hey, that's it. You don't even have to comment on it. That's what I said earlier in the show, and I mean it, from the bottom of my heart. If you 6, it got to be you 6, because those the 6 that was in my prayers. So that's what I'm doing. So that's all.
Well, you saying that type of camp. What do you mean by that type of camp?
Well, y'all come up with something, you 6. Come up with something that's national like that, and have that we start our show out talking about an event like this that's bringing players from all over the country, because I think y'all have the potential to do it. Y'all might not think y'all can, but I think y'all got the potential to do it. That's all. A national event right here in Houston. Right here in Houston.
Mm-hmm. Understand this. Mm-hmm. If everybody that you mentioned mm-hmm. is, except for maybe one, is obligated to their regional or metropolitan areas, then what benefit would it do for a kid from, let's say, New York City mm-hmm. to come to that camp? That's
Jimmy, I'm not gonna work out the semantics. Y'all got to work out the semantics. I can't do Jimmy, hold on. Let me explain something to you. That's not my expertise. I'm gonna do what you said. I'm just gonna apply the finances. I don't care how y'all get it done. Excuse me. No.
You understand something.
I cleared up later then.
Applying the finances is one thing. It sounds good, just banging the drum, but understanding the pulse of how this stuff generally works.
So you don't have the, hold up. You don't have the clout to bring somebody from out of town.
Not a multitude of them.
Okay.
Not a multitude of them.
Okay.
And so neither one of those other guys. So that means now not a multitude of them.
So and you don't have a relationship with nobody.
The relationship would mean that they're coming on my dime. That's how it goes. Come on.
I just said you ain't got to worry about the money. Did I just say that?
No, I'm talking about the plane tickets, the hotels.
Let me repeat this. Jimmy, I'm gonna get something.
So you're saying every kid would be flew in for free? That's what you're saying? Because you're not supposed to do for one that you don't do for all. That's an impermissible benefit.
Jimmy, it's your job to work that mess out.
So you say, but you just.
But Jimmy,
that's what I call.
Jimmy, hold on, stop. You're talking executive problems in a regular meeting. We'll work out the semantics later. We work out the system. Know that you. Then we get in a meeting. Then you say, "Well, this what we need, and this what we need, and this what we need, and this what we need." You telling me what you can't do? I'm telling you. Excuse me. I asked a question.
No. Oh, no, I'm not telling you what I can't do. I'm telling you how to understand something. Understand something. Like you say all the time. If we were talking about something that's going on, and I'm telling you, well, man, if a guy out there trying to be an agent, I'll put up the money for him, put up the bag for him to go get the players. And you explain to me, hey, man, yo, this is how this goes, generally. Not to say you might not be able to get one, but generally, the lure. I used the scenario yesterday.
Stop. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to stop right here. If you don't believe y'all can get it done, then it's okay. That's all. I just said, my thing was, see, you so far off base right now. Because my statement, hold up, my statement, hold up.
That's not the case, not being far off base.
Stop.
You have to have a lure.
Jim,
players are going to come.
You're not hearing me. Stop. Hold on. Before you even go there about a lure, I ain't worried about no lure. I said, do you six have the power to do it? That's what I asked. If y'all don't have the power, there ain't no use to me even thinking about it. But you saying y'all don't have the power, so guess what? Let's move on to the next one. Let's move on to the next. What's the next topic? You don't have the power. Let's move on to the next topic.
No. Move to the next. You don't just go to the next. Understand something?
It's my topic, Jimmy.
No, but that's my world. It's not your world. This ain't your world. This my world.
If I'm putting up the money, it's gonna be my world. It
don't matter. I got my own damn money. Hell, you mean?
But evidently, you don't want to work with these guys.
You don't think I got the bread?
Oh my God!
You may line all them do them together, and they won't stack my bread. Hell, you mean? You know that,
dude?
What are you talking about, bread?
Dude.
No, stop right there. Talking about bread. Dude. I don't need financing.
Dude.
No, stop right there. I want to say it again. I don't need financing. Got my own bread.
I got it. I'm gonna talk.
So
it's not a dick slinging contest.
No, let's get that straight. No. And you of all people should know that.
This ain't.
Don't try to lure me with I got the bread, the financing. Got my own bread.
But you ain't. Excuse me, sir. This not your. Hold up. This your world, but this not your vision. This not your vision.
So what? So I just asked you a question. You couldn't even answer. I said, "What type of camp are you talking about?"
Excuse me, sir. I couldn't answer.
Those players.
I said, before I was so rudely interrupted. So you wanted people to know I got bread. Okay, you got bread.
Hell, you know that. They know that.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
My thing is. I saw an event that you hop your ass up there to go to. Everybody hop their ass to go get out here and go up to. And all I said was, I came back and said, what if, do y'all have the power to do an event like that? That's all I said. See what I'm talking about, y'all? See what I'm talking about? I hope people see. This wasn't about who didn't have no damn bread.
No, you do that.
This wasn't about that.
Twice. You threw it out there.
I said I'm going. Excuse me. So if hold on, no.
The bread has voice. The bread has directive. The bread has power.
So, and
I got my own bread. That's what I'm saying.
But you didn't have this vision.
Let me explain something.
You didn't have this vision.
Let me take you back to 2005 in case you don't understand something. In the year 2005, that was a vision that I went and called John Lucas. I called John Lucas and say, John Lucas, come meet me. Let's have a meeting. Got a vision about this camp. Say, what is it? He was just coming out the jar with the Clippers, I think. So we goes and meet at the Hilton Americas Hotel downtown. It had just opened up, right across from the Toyota Center. We have a meeting. There's a third person that at the table. And the meeting was about a camp. Do a camp, get players from all over the country to come. This camp, also, it would be the first of its kind. University of Houston had just built the rec center. Pretty rec center. Just built it. Anyway, to fast forward through it, John Lucas came aboard, and this camp, the vision to get players from all over the country to come. Keep it minimized to a certain many players. I think it was 40 or something like that. 40 or 80. Well, that vision was put into play, and that was called the Southwest Invitational Camp. And at that table, in that meeting, the third person said, I'm putting up $5,000 seed. You know what John said? I'm taking care of all the spend. John said, no. At that meeting right then. And I learned, that's why I said this about this. That's why I brought up the when I inserted, why I inserted. John said at that meeting, it was nobody, that was us three. Said, no, if you putting 5, I'm putting 5. Whatever you put, whatever you putting, I'm matching it. That way, because I'm going to have equal say in if I'm involved with it. So that's what I meant about the space where I was coming from. And that camp ended up being pretty damn good. It was pretty good. And that was the first camp that ended up spearheading. Next thing you know, we ended up doing Camp Right Way, and then International Middle School Combine, and then kept going after that and spearhead. That was the first of those camps. So the idea, it ain't like it ain't been done before, but you have to have the lure. You got to have the personnel.
So I should just sit here and talk about something and not be willing to help with the thing. So that's what you're telling me. So I should just sit back, since that's your world, but it seemed like I'm entangled in this fucking world, because guess what? If something happened at your event, somebody blames me. So
No, you know why? You know why? Because you welcome it.
Yeah, but
I said a long time ago.
I straightened them out.
I said a long time ago.
I straightened their ass out. I straightened them out.
No, you welcome it. You embrace.
No, I'm on the show. And no, when people see two people right here like this, sometimes if you're not smart enough, you think whatever he says, I said. Hell no, that's not. That's why I always tell y'all, I came up with something. 6 names. That if I asked, could it work? Had nothing to do with how much money you got. Didn't have nothing to do with how much nobody else had. But my mama always told me, put your money where your mouth is. That's where I was coming from. I wasn't talking about like who ain't got no bread. But if I'm trying to get the thing done, you trying to tell me how I can't get it done. I'm just trying to say 6 guys. What? That's, to me, I thought had the power to get it done. And if you don't, you don't. And I understand that. But if you do, I'm willing to help. So you argued with a dude that's trying to help. I don't understand that. That's my problem. Not the dude that go out here and talk about, no, forget them niggas. Forget them. Forget them ninjas. Forget them. A guy that said, okay. Man, sometimes, man, we got to just, some people, you just got to read people a little bit better. So we just got to read people just a little bit better out here, man. Because y'all ain't got nothing I want. I see something that can help this community. I see something that could help the next generation. So when we come, when we dead and gone, Some guys gonna say those 6 men right there laid a foundation for me to be able to do this. So we don't have to be bragging about what. See, I know these guys and I ain't never met them. I don't know the Simmons. I know a guy named Simmons and I ain't never met him because y'all talking about him. I know a guy named Wooten and never met him because y'all talking about him. I just want people to talk about y'all like that. And I get argued at because I want to see something big happen for my community. We got to read people a lot better. We got to read people a lot better, man. I'm trying to tell you. This is what, and Rick get on there with that, talking about, it wasn't no slinging contest, but it was my vision about your industry. Because believe me, a lot of people have inputs about our industry. They think they know more than I can do. If I was doing it, I'd do this here. It's okay. But all I'm saying is 6 guys, couple of guys that had a little friction. Let's get together and make it work. And y'all don't need me though. But if you do need me, I got you. Maybe do that sound better? But it's my vision. All I was giving you my vision. This might not be y'all's vision. Understand. Let me get that straight. This might not be y'all big vision, man. No, we're not beating a dead horse. Slim, you can tune off if you want to. It's very important. It's very important in our community. That's what we got. Jimmy, we just got to understand. When a guy come and just say, hey man, this is what's going on. We got to be more secure in who we are. If you so secure in who you are, all 6 of y'all, I thought I got 6 guys that I know had some friction, and I want to see, could they make it happen? If y'all can't, it's okay with me. It's okay with me. I got somewhere else I can invest in. So I'm good. I'm good. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at nobody. I just wanted to explain myself. It had nothing to do with me talking about this. You came in wrong. You didn't get the spirit of it, sir. That's all.
Now the spirit of it is simple. Some people, you said some people that had friction.
Has whatever.
No, that's a big difference. One is past tense and one is present tense.
Okay.
So you saying Bloods and Crips, y'all come on and just work together. Come on, I got a thing for y'all. I got a program. Y'all come march with me down the street. We're gonna make some unity. You don't understand?
I didn't say nothing about unity. Jimmy, I know some business people that can't stand each other. I know some business people that are screwing each other's wives and they still get money together. I know some people who, dude, this business, this ain't personal. That's all I'm saying. So you have a personal problem. I just said if those 6, I'm with you. That's all. That's all, baby. I'm good. I'm good, baby. I know. I wish you was quiet. It just said, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm good. We matching today. You got light blue on and I got light blue on. Let's go.
And Stacey Houston up in Dallas, I appreciate the thoughts and the efforts. When you made a statement, you say I only work with certain people. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I have, once again, have provided more opportunities for other guys. Hold on now. For other guys around the state. Now you run your ass off and I said, if you know where I'm going with this. You know where I'm going with this.
I got hot.
Once again,
hold on. I had to turn on my fan.
More opportunities for people that you mentioned to eat. Out of those 6 that you named, at least 4 that I've provided a platform for them to eat along with me in the past. Once again. So that means, and in doing so, that means when you preparing a feast for somebody, and you hope, and that means, that should mean something. That means, like you saying, that's the Jewish way. Even though some of those 6 I don't care for, still provided an opportunity for them to eat with me. So
that's all right. Yo, that's all right. You just go. I can keep my money. I just keep my money.
That's the truth. I have, and you know that.
That's why, Jim.
It's all I'm saying, but they don't know that. So with that, and say, well, man, that's wrong. So if I didn't provide an opportunity for you to eat, and then you still coming around and you doing some how would they call it? They got names for it in the street, but you're doing some elf shit. Then why the hell I'm gonna come and sit down with you again and again right now when you're doing that? That means I'm validating you for doing the elf shit to me. It's not gonna validate you again.
Okay.
I brought you on my radio show. I took you and validated you to people around the fucking country. I helped create Frankenstein. And then Frankenstein get up on the tape, pull the IVs out, and bust through the wall, and now say, I'm the biggest, you know.
So I got a question.
So I gotta be best problem here. That time has to heal that wound. You can't force that when you know that a person is going through some stuff.
All I said was, Jimmy, I thought you see. Let me repeat myself, because you in the boom boom room, I think some of y'all went to the same school. All I was saying is it possible?
It ain't possible when persons ain't healed from the wounds that's been inflicted.
I didn't say we had to do it tomorrow.
No.
I never said it to have to just do tomorrow. I just asked, is it possible with these guys? I didn't say that to be done tomorrow. I didn't say it's a pandemic. You know I don't believe in the pandemic. I didn't say it had to be. I just said, is it possible to be done? And you done told everybody who you hate how much money you got. I promise you that wasn't my plan this morning. It was not my plan. I didn't say y'all got to do it tomorrow. These things take. Think about this, man. I ain't never asked you to get involved with none of your events, ever. With nobody. I've been approached several times. This was something that was on my heart. This ain't got nothing to do with him, the guy you don't like, this have to do with a man who sees the potential. See, sometimes you can't see your own potential. I see the potential of 6 guys. And if guided in the right position, I'm not thinking personal. I know about your personal battles with this dude more than probably anybody. I've seen some stuff you done showed me, and I still said it. Did nothing click in your head to say, Hatter might be, let me slow down. This ain't got nothing to do with him. Ain't got nothing to do with that guy. But if that guy is a vital part and would help this situation, this was, like I said, it was my vision. So if y'all come up with another vision, y'all go do that. Y'all doing it anyway. I'm just saying this, if it was my druthers, I'd want to bring that guy in. Because I think he been around more. I can't help him from afar. But if he been around more, he'll learn the principles of business. I ain't got to like you, bro. But if it's a great event, I'm gonna be a part of it. I ain't got to like you. I don't. But if your spirit ain't right, like I told you, Jimmy, when I sit in that room with those 4 guys, it was about to sign on the dotted line with those guys. And the financial people, everybody telling me, Robert, it's a great deal, great deal. And Jimmy, I said, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. And all 4 of them guys got indicted for a year later for wire fraud. I understand. If you don't feel, if it ain't right with your spirit, I understand. Because this was my vision. This wasn't yours. But if you can't, it's all right. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure something out. Because guess what? If that been placed on my heart, I'm gonna figure it out. If I got to X some people out and add some people, I'm gonna figure it out. So we'll make it happen. But yeah, that's good. I like that. I'm glad. Showed emotion. I mean, hey, let me see, Jimmy. Showed emotion, and I'm glad you got emotion, but I'm not your fight. I'm the guy on your side. I'm the one helping. Just because I don't say stuff the right way, y'all got to realize. I sit up here and said thousands of words on the show. I'm going to mess up one. I'm going to do something to get on your nerve. Okay. It's all right. But y'all got what they said. Charge it to my heart. My head, not my heart, whatever. But charge it to my, yeah. So that's all. My focus on getting a powerful group of guys together and let's just do something big. Let's just do something big. I know y'all think what you've done already big, but I tried to you can do more. If you already done it, that ain't potential no more. You can do more. We can do more. Let's go, baby. Yeah, this is good. It's good work, man. I love this. What else we got? I know you had some. I know we had some. We wanted to talk about. You wanted to talk about Antonio Brown, Jimmy. They something going on down there. Bethune-Cookman. They joined the SWAC, and now they just dismantled all activities sports wise. Did you see that?
Well, they still members of the SWAC.
I know,
right?
but I'm just saying they closed down everything. Thank you, somebody. That is Moody. Thank you, Mr. Moody. He sent me that article, and I saw that it was interesting. He sent me a couple of articles today. Thank y'all. When y'all send me stuff like that, I read them, but I like to research it because I don't like to look at one article. I like to research it because I want to, come in my perspective instead of just reading what the articles say. But I'm Bethune-Cookman. I know a few graduates from there, and they were calling me talking about what was going on. Jimmy, in that area, Jimmy, COVID is rampant. Okay, the COVID is rampant. It's a part of Florida. I think in Volusia County. It's rampant down there, and it just ain't working for them. But thank you so much, Thaddeus, for that information. What else you got, Jimmy? Because my boys gonna whoop up on your boys tonight. So wherever you want to go, I'm ready.
Yeah, we
gotta take a break though.
Game 6. Game 6 of the World Series definitely resumes this evening, and Tampa Bay. I think that the pressure is on the Dodgers to close this thing out. That's what I think the pressure is. The Dodgers have basically been able to score on Tampa Bay at will for the most part of the last 9 innings. In about 6 or 7 of the last 9 innings, I say the last 12 innings. I'm sorry, a game in 12, 13, 14 innings. And so now the pressure's on them. Do those bats stay hot? Do those bats cool off?
Jimmy,
Tampa Bay.
Jimmy, how is the pressure on the person who can lose a game and still there?
Yeah, because once you get to game 7,
anything can happen.
But
Kershaw will be back.
I'm just saying, but understand, Kershaw
won't start.
Be back, as we said, but he won't be the starter.
Mm-hmm.
So for Kershaw to come into the game, think about this. Mm-hmm. For Kershaw to come into the game, that means the Dodgers will be up. That means the Dodgers will be up. He coming in as a reliever, as a closer, setup man in that capacity. So that means you already be up. But if your ass behind and the Jay's up, Kershaw coming in to stop the bleeding. It's a different whole role. Different role. So that's why I'm saying right now, if Tampa Bay just they can't be turned into the sometime Astro we saw from the Astros in last series, meaning that you can't move the runners in scoring position. You got to advance those runners. You got to have smart hitting, guy on second base, or runners on first and second. You hitting in the double plays. You got to get that ball out the infield. Try to get the ball to the right side of the field, or the outfield. That would give a guy a chance. But you think about how some shifts are. Some shifts in baseball are so daring, meaning a shift, meaning if on defense, they'll show you the camera where they say if there's a right-handed batter, or just say if there's a left-handed batter batting, and you might see the third baseman playing down there on second base. And then the shortstop is playing short center. Second baseman moved on over. So they're daring you as a lefty to hit the ball to the opposite field, even just push it down there. My thing is, Tampa Bay got to take those challenges, some of those challenges, and call on those dares. Meaning that I don't give a damn if you're left-handed and you got to square up and bunt that ball down the third base line. You got to call that out as a batter. And that's the thing. That's some of the things we got to
I got something for y'all. I got to share this. I think Thaddeus Moody sent me this too, Jim. You know who I got affinity for. Young man who played for the Dodgers, about 5'9", his name, Mookie Betts, right? I got a story. He sent me a story. His mom, Mookie, when he was 5, he tried to play baseball, Jimmy. But the guy told him he was too little. Every team he went to in this league said, no, he too little. I got enough little guys. I'm looking for some big guy. You can't play. I got too many little guys. So the mama, love Mookie's mama. The mama went around and found some more parents, Jimmy, who had been getting dejected and rejected. They talking about they ain't this and they ain't this and that. So mama said, okay, all of us gonna get together and form a team because my baby gonna play. And guess what? They didn't have a coach. So guess what, Jimmy? She had to coach the team. So it was a mama ball. And Jimmy, they didn't win that many games, but guess one of the games they won, Jimmy. That dude, the first dude who told her he was too small, they beat that game. And they said Mookie, they knocked the ball out in the outfield. Mookie looked, but he got the ball from the outfield and ran all the way and tagged the dude out before the dude got home, Jimmy, in the outfield. He was that fast. So mamas, hey, y'all got to realize, that's why I have such an affinity for Women Rock Wins. Because you mamas would do anything to make sure your baby's all right. Your baby all right. She said, I just want to make sure my baby plays. So shout out to, I got her name. Somebody can find her name. I just read the article, but I didn't get her name. But it's unbelievable, the power of a mom, a PGW who said, okay, I'm going to be a coach now. So it's okay. So what else you got?
I mean, that's the gamble. Well, that's the gamble that it takes on stepping out and doing. That's why there's so many. One of the reasons that there's so many teams in various sports now, because there's a parent. Most people that are coaches start because a relative was playing the sport, and they either felt the need to insert themselves into the development or into the guidance of their relative, whether it be a son, nephew, cousin. Most coaches, you think about it, most of them had a son what inserted them into this. And you look back, look all the way around, look around, don't get it twisted. There are some that it don't apply to, but those are different. Talking about started them into, not in it right now. Hal Pastner, he didn't wake up in Kingwood and say, I'm going to start this looking out for kids. His son, Josh Pastner, was playing. You know, Rick Nelson, you mentioned earlier, Rick Nelson, his son, Doc Nelson,
No, but Rick was
a
what?
little.
Yeah, Rick was in there. I thought it before.
But his son Doc Nelson was. Let me see. Doc came out in 2007, 2000 and is it 16, 15, 16, 17? I'm like 17. So Doc 18. Yeah. But now Doc was about 3 years old. So
Yeah,
I
so
realized I ain't never asked Doc. Doc wasn't young enough to. Doc wasn't older. I'm curious to see what was Rick's reason. How did he get?
Yeah.
Because John Urie, Alan Branch. If you guys know, Alan Branch got into this stuff because his son was part of the class of, I think, 2007.
I remember.
No, before then, Jimmy Butler's class. I think it was 05, something like that. Alan Branch got in his son. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of guys get into it because of their relative. Terrell Henderson, his daughters were into it. And he was a high school coach. He had Ricky Huckabee at Mahale. Ricky Huckabee ended up playing. He was an all-state player at a small school. That was his, and then he got a chance to get introduced into it and stayed on that side. Ended up transferring, coaching over to Aldine High School. Then later pulled out the Memorial High School, and then went on to Fallbrook, where he is right now. And he's still in the game,
doing
but
great
not
things
at the sneaker circuit, not at the travel team sector. See, there's more than one sector of this grassroots stuff. A lot of people that go different ones, they really don't realize. It's like two different continents.
But Jimmy, we gotta take a break though. So whatever you do, we ain't took a break yet. Yeah, we went an hour.
We take a
and then come back. Let's take a break.
And we roll on back.
All right. Let me see. Let me get to my. Oh, here we go. Here we go. To the no. Come on. Hell no. To the no. To the no. To the no. To the no. Hell to the no. To the no. Welcome back to the Chop Shop. It's about that time, boy. It's almost high school basketball time again. Hey, y'all. Hey. Send me some highlights. Send me some highlights to the Chop Shop HTX mailbox. And guess what? With no music, no crazy music in the background. No crazy music in the background. Send me some of Lil Johnny's best highlights. And guess what? Chop Shop HTX. And guess what? During the break, I'm going to give Lil Johnny a shout out. So, hey, flood the mailbox with him. And I just got his. Only reason I got a lot of high tower because, that's most of the games I went to most of the year. So, of course, I had to start it off with BG in the crew. So, but Jimmy, chopshophtx@gmail.com. Send Lil Johnny about 15-second clip of his highlights, and I'll play them on the Chop Shop. What else we got, Jimmy? Of course I do Dallas kids. Stop. Of course I do Dallas kids. Hey, Memphis kids, Florida kids. Hey.
I mean, that was. I like that question. That's the question that Stacey Houston asked.
Let's go.
And will we do where you do Dallas kids, where we do them on the show, and the thing is, I invite you guys to go over to rcssports.com, and you go over to the website, and you will see a recap from the event that was in Dallas this past weekend. It should be on there. Hal, if you look on that, do you see it on there?
On what?
On RCS Sports.
Okay, I ain't looked yet. I was reading the comments. Let me see. So what I'm
yeah, it's on there. And here's go right there. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna pop a Willie with this thing. And I'm gonna
and Eric Raspberry, make sure you send me a video. Just I'm told you a little short one or some highlights or some your son that did good or his teammates. And guess what? I got you, baby. It
there
ain't
you
no
go
thing.
right there.
Okay. All right.
Now,
let me get us out the screen.
Now I'm sharing this with you guys, and this is what's on the website to free. This is a write-up, and this write-up is on the front of rcsports.com. Look at all this content. A kid from Chicago, a kid from Missouri, a kid from Dallas, a kid from New Jersey, a kid from Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi. That's Deshaun Ruffin. We remember yesterday we caught the name up. Damon Collins. Mm-hmm. You got the DMV. You got Washington State. You got St. Louis. Jaden Jones got to chop it up with his pops. Small world. The pops, the kid. He looked at this kid. Tag mine is like a uncle godfather to the young man. Didn't even know it. Didn't even know his pops. And Stacey Houston connected me with the dad. Small world in basketball. Got a recap eval on him. You got Florida, another Missouri. You got a Georgia right there. Another Georgia, and Malik Ewing. You got Philly, Oklahoma, California, Wisconsin, and of course, Wade Taylor's down at the bottom right there.
I like Wade Taylor, man. I like Wade Taylor.
Understand. You're paying attention. All this content. If you keep going, I keep going on down. That was from some more stuff. Free. All this right here. District preview. Then I go look right here where I'm clicking at from Sunday morning. Check this out. What we put on here. The 10th graders from around the state of Texas who did okay or did well on the first day of action. RJ Jones, right? Young man there. He might have been the best, the most consistent of all of the 2023s from out of that's represented Texas at that camp. Tyler Smith, Ron Holland, Drew Steffi, Jacoby Walters. Those, look at that's do we talk about Dallas? That's 4 Dallas kids. And some more. Of course we down with the
no, but he was talking about on the chop shop though. On the chop shop. I think he was talking about the chop shop. Oh, we know you're gonna do it on there. That's your remember that's your job. That's your business. You gonna do that on your thing, but we got to get I think he was really talking about the chop shop, and I hope and send it to the. That's why I gave him Chop Shop HTX. I would love to do that. I mean, I like it doing a break, and I'm just playing video of your kid. Come on, man. I told you what Jimmy said. Input equal output. I'm not going to do the video and just make sure the video is clear. Because if it's grainy, I'm not going to play it. If it's grainy, I'm not going to play it. Huh?
Stacey,
what Stacey say?
That you can't say I looked and did not see one Dallas kid on there. I know you just be joking. I know you got.
Yeah.
I just showed it.
You just showed.
You got to be joking.
Yeah, you just showed.
Just showed him. I just showed him about a half dozen DFW kids.
Yeah,
that got
Wade Taylor
got right
is
DFW. Understand? That's for public viewing. That's not in the VIP news. That's for public viewing. And that's which is a good thing. So therefore, once again, but if people will lead some people to believe, man, he ain't gonna look out for none of our Dallas kids. Man, they ain't gonna never talk about none of our Dallas kids. Well, what you call that Exhibit A and Exhibit B, and I keep that them receipts gonna always be there.
Oh, and then Jimmy, Jim, he didn't watch the show that day, and I know he didn't. I think he kidding though. But Jimmy, I played a video of Kevin Woods talking about Duncanville coming down to Houston to your event. I played the video. You didn't ask me to play the video. I found that. I didn't see no other coach talking about their team. So guess what? I found that, and Kevin Woods was talking about how, they supporting their team. So of course, Dallas is represented. Just send me the video. I didn't gave you disclaimer. If you don't send me no video, it's on y'all now. I'm done. I'm good. What else we got, Jimmy? Jimmy, it was some more topics you wanted to cover. I mean, we had a lot of stuff.
I think got some recruiting stuff, but we were talking about we wanted to talk about Antonio Brown, which was on the NFL.
Okay.
And Antonio Brown, J.J. Watt, and of course somebody mentioned Dez Bryant is back in business.
Yeah, he got a job with somebody. I saw it. I forgot already. He on the practice squad.
That's a good start. You can't keep a guy like him on the practice squad too long. If he's anywhere close to what he was.
You know what practice squad mean? We ain't sure about you yet, boss.
Huh?
The practice squad mean we're not sure about you, Jimmy. The practice squad, we give you $4,000 a week until we sure about you. And then we are.
But if he's anywhere near what he was at Baltimore, even when Dallas cut him, even when he was going into New Orleans before he got hurt, got the freak accident the week of his first game at New Orleans. If he anywhere close to what I hear he was then, and that was just if he's anywhere close, then they won't be able to keep him on long.
Guess what they did?
2 weeks top.
Guess what?
He roll on in.
He tried out for them before. He came up there out of shape and not in shape.
Yeah. It was Derek Griffin, huh?
Oh, we don't even talk about that name no more. Ain't this unbelievable, ladies and
Derek
gentlemen?
Griffin. I mean, we tried to.
What you doing over there, man?
We tried to get him on.
Oh, you did?
And
I ain't try.
Yeah, I tried. I reached out to him and to get him on the Chop Shop. And sometimes you gotta realize some people, this stuff, and that's why I wish like a lot of youngsters that were heralded and anointed at some point in time. My belief is that I think it's very therapeutic if and when they're ready to talk about it.
Yeah, when they're ready
to do so that the next group of guys can be able to learn from some of the mistakes that they may have made along the way. And remember, we've had people on there that give, I call them testimonies, like in church. We've had a Tack Miner come on before and give a testimony. We had Jawan McClellan who came on and gave a testimony of sort. We've had a TJ Ford that came on and gave a testimony of sort, but TJ's was a little bit different because his stuff was injury, just like Jawan's was too. But Jawan had some other stuff going on at Arizona that compounded on the injuries. But those guys, we reached out to Tommy Mason Griffin and thought we had him on. I thought a couple of times and slipped away. So I got it.
And some guys are not good at this form too. Now a lot of guys ain't good.
Here's the thing. A lot of them think that the Chop Shop is going to embarrass them. And the Chop Shop is going to embarrass you. No. I mean, the Chop Shop was known for chopping guys up back in the day, But the Chop Shop was
can only Chris Walker.
And understand, this is what just like the camp from this past weekend.
Yeah,
that was one of the reasons why the guy found out why the guy did not hold through his commitment to be a guest on the Chop Shop, because he knew it is easy to connect dots in basketball.
He heard me.
He knew that I have a relationship with John Lucas, and he knew that I was going to present some questions to him that was going to hold that camp accountable. And it would not, it may, but that wasn't, I really wasn't, you and Allie, you tell my tongue. I wasn't trying to go embarrass.
Jimmy, you was endorsing the camp to me. Monday. You were endorsing the camp to me.
No. If the camp, like they had advertised the McDonald's All-American game as a platform, as a satellite, basically a satellite camp for it. If that was true, then that's you damn right. But then we quickly we learned a week or so later that wasn't the case. They had to retract that. But the damage was done on the good or bad because some people, when they got their invite, went and bought their plane tickets immediately. Some people went and bought their hotels immediately. Because you want, you know what I'm saying, you want to get the cheapest fare you can. You buy the further out you buy a flight, the cheaper the rates are generally.
Po things. Wow.
So that was the thing in regarding to but Tommy, I would love for guys like him to come on.
I love him.
And understand, you're a McDonald's All-American. And understand, people that was around leading up into the class of 2009 when he came out, him and Big Tiny, they both went to Oklahoma. And Tommy was from the hood. Remember, he came from the same high school as Vincent Young, VY, Madison High School. That school is located in the south side of Houston. Harlem Clark is the area. Well, Tommy, VY had that school on the national map. So the school spirit, when you're winning like that, kids go to school, the spirit is strong, everybody's feeling good about themselves. You wearing the shirts around town, you wearing they had the same colors, guys, that the Houston Oilers had. The Madison High School, their colors was the same that the old Houston Oilers. The Love Your Blue. The sky blue, white, red.
Yeah.
And school spirit was high at Madison when Tommy was there. Tommy made going to school fun. However, Tommy didn't like going to school himself.
My son loved it.
But
my son loved it, Tommy.
At the same time, I would love, and it's funny because we not mentioned Tommy because his mom called me just last week and I talked out the blue sky. Paula Mason Griffin called me out the blue sky. Just checking in and just talking. We rapped about some stuff and Big Tommy was right there with her. You know, Tommy's father, Tommy Griffin Sr. So I mean, but you know, hopefully we get Tommy on, and he's not the only one. I would love Derek Griffin.
I really want to know his story.
When he gets ready to give his testimony, but everybody, you can't force out. They have to be ready because that's part of the healing. It's not to embarrass them. But man, those are guys that hell up in Dallas. What's the kid who played with your son with the hoops from DFW on the Hoops team? Adam?
Keith Frazier.
I would love to get Keith Frazier and have a testimony.
That was my other favorite.
Keith Frazier.
Right.
A testimony session. But see, what will happen is, unless you contact those guys and run into them yourself, some that give you their new number will be reluctant because they may be under the guise that, or under the presumption that they could possibly be embarrassed, or the kid might say something. He might, because he's a grown man now. He might say, well, man, you know, we don't know what a kid might say. We don't know where testimony can go. But some people would be embarrassed because when a lot of things that goes on with some of the young players around their development, guess what? A lot of stuff ain't always up and up. A lot of people get different things, get different benefits as a result of having connections and relationships with kids. And at some point in time, as those kids get older, especially when they get around to college, that's when some of the college coaches, in an effort to maintain, this is not how it always go, but I saw this play ran a lot. A college coach, once that kid get on campus, especially if that program, that grassroots program was not co-signing that particular college, don't spill all the beans. They don't let that kid know. Just in case you didn't know, that guy, you see that car he driving, this is where he got that from. That guy, did you get, and so that means so many kids turn bitter. They turn bitter when they learn the truth. It's kind of like the Santa Claus theory. Once you learn there ain't no Santa Claus, presents didn't even mean the same no more. Sometimes some of you might have thought some of you, hell, mom, you just give me some cash. You ain't got to give me no, Santa ain't got to give me no shoe. Give me some cash. I mean, it ain't fun no more because it becomes business when it's come that. Derek Griffin, man, is one guy that I knew that would have and could have made it in the NFL. Not on basketball, but he chose, but the NFL, it ain't with his body frame based on all of the logistics. He 6'7",
Antonio
touched the top
Gates,
of the
coach.
square with two hands.
Coach Antonio Gates, coach.
With two hands.
Coach, he was Antonio Gates, coach, a Hall of Famer, tight end. Antonio Gates played at Kent State. Antonio and made, I think he played 16, 17 years in the league. Derek Griffin, man, I don't know. I'd love to, you're right. I'd love to hear that story. I really love to hear that story. What happened? Because early in his life, I was around him a little bit, but then, then when he get closer to what he seemingly thought was a prize, other people came in, man, and that stuff just, man, this stuff is serious, ladies and gentlemen. If you get a chance to be lucky enough or blessed enough to be able to go to the NFL, the NBA, or something like that, man, you notice what the teams do. The team go get the best players like you. But y'all don't follow the team. The owner go get the best lawyers. But y'all just go get anybody to represent y'all. Follow the example of the successful people in front of you. The team going to get what? The 13 best guys to play on their team, or the 53 best guys to play on their team. They taking care of their business. They're not going to get no scrub to play. But some of these athletes would go get a scrub because and let them, in the business sense of the world, and then wonder why. I mean, Shaq and Dwayne Wade, Jimmy, they had a thing the other day. Both of them talk about how stupid they were, how ignorant they were in the beginning of their careers and just spending. Shaq said he spent $1 million one day just buying stuff, and in one day. And not buying property now, Jimmy. Not buying property. Just and Dwayne Wade just talked about when he just had the wrong people around him. Man, surround yourself around the proper people, man. I'm telling you, whatever you do in life, if you're just a businessman, you go surround yourself by the right people. That would be my advice to you. All right. Okay. Now, Jimmy, I'm trying to put on my ear because I'm trying to see where the echo is coming from. So sometimes if I put on my ear, y'all excuse the earpiece a little bit. I can put them back in the drawer. So what else we got, Doc?
You got the echo. It shouldn't be no echo now, should it?
No, it ain't one.
Is that still echo to you?
No, not right now. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I can live with that one.
Whenever there's an echo in this
yeah, I can live with that one. But it was good. I just don't. I'm just trying to.
That's a good time. So you guys make sure you send us an email, chopshophtx@gmail.com. chopshophtx@gmail.com is the email. Now we mentioned Antonio Brown going to Tampa Bay. He has week 9, I think, is the week he's eligible to join.
Yeah, because he was suspended for eight games.
So this is week 8 coming up this week. So he has this week off, and then he can join the team the following weekend. And I think I mean, one thing, he hadn't really been in the news a lot for the laws in the last couple of months. That means he's improved, but at the same time, improving to him gets him back to normal because he was so far in the negative. He's just now probably getting back to normal. And if he gets back to normal, then guess what? He's from Florida, not Tampa though, but he's from Florida. I guess he preferred Tampa Bay than going to Seattle. Seattle made Tampa Bay either get on or get off the pot.
Jim, Tom Brady already had that done. Tom Brady already had that done. That was a Tom Brady move. That's the same guy who stayed in Tom Brady's house. It was a Tom Brady move. Tom Brady move. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something about AB. Is I've always been able to separate art from the artist. Because you can create great music and be an awful human, and I still can enjoy your music. And I think I don't want any part of you to do part of you personally, but I can still. But if you do great art, I like great art. I've always been able to separate the two. A lot of people can't. That's why a lot of people don't like R. Kelly no more because because he's a vile man. But it's not looking for perfect artists to me. What create art is sometimes, Jimmy, dysfunctional, and that's what I can separate Antonio Brown. Not a guy that I respect because of what he was doing to them girls, but he's a damn good receiver. He's a damn good receiver. Talent is a commodity in this league, Jimmy. And we know this. This is sports and it's about winning now. And he can help some teams. And this is something that I live by. You got to be nimble and you got to be adaptable because life changes fast on you, man. So guess what? What's his name? Bruce Arians said, okay, because Bruce Arians at first said, no, I don't want it. Some happened to make him change his mind. So, I mean, it's okay. I'm just one. I didn't say everybody else. I can separate art from the artist. I can. It's hard for some people, but I can. Jimmy?
And also the NBA, when we mentioned yesterday that they have until next week, they will vote, I think, on whether to start the season around the Christmas time or not. I think December 22nd is the date, the target date. And
why?
Well, one of the reasons why the reason why, and I know one of the reasons why they must vote on this immediately within the next couple of days. Now that part I do know the why on that. Mm-hmm. Now why the event is on December the 22nd. I mean, why the start season to be December 22nd?
Yeah.
I haven't given that one much thought.
Jimmy, the finance committee. The finance committee, those owners on the finance committee.
Well, I know that $500 million would be the kitty if they started then. The Players Association would get half of that, which is $250 million. That means if you got to start on that day, that means now they're voting to basically if the players say no, which they won't, then you're saying no to the share of $250 million because of the collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah.
Now why they would have to vote now is because I learned that. Remember, I had a good talk when I met the coach from the Atlanta Hawks the other night. He gave me the good spiel that the Players Association, that whenever they start the NBA games, the players must be notified. Well, they must have 8 weeks. So whatever the date they want to start, the players have 8 weeks notice. Like you get a 2 weeks eviction notice, they got to have 8 weeks notice before the start. So that means they got to vote on this thing soon, ASAP, because 8 weeks, if you count the weeks backwards, that's right about coming up. That means you got to from the start of camp.
But I'm just trying to go from the owner's point of view. I know what you're talking about, the player's point of view. The owners, Christmas Day is one of the most watched days in the NBA of all year. Christmas Day, okay? The most watched day. The advertisers want them on that day. Adam Silver had proposed, let's start it in like a little later, in March of January, or sometime later, because he was thinking about the COVID situation. But that Christmas Day is the most more eyes on the NBA that day than any other, and those advertisers want those eyes, Jimmy. That's really, and you're right. The players got to vote on it, but that's a very, very important day, Jimmy. Think about that. That one day, that one day is hinged on that money because it's so important to the advertisers because they have your eyes watching that screen. Yeah. They was talking about that the other day. It's crazy.
And also this morning, I think Danny Green came out and said that if this does start in, then they can expect some of the Lakers veterans to kind of do some load managing. That's what he.
Why don't we just shut the hell up?
I mean, you got
Dude,
Danny Green.
Just shut the hell up.
You know what though? We know what Danny Green ain't, but Danny Green know what he is, and no matter what, we can't take his ears away from him. We know what he ain't. We know what he ain't, but he know what he is. He is a 3-time world champion with 3 different teams.
I understand, but guess what?
So to him, he in rare air. I get you that.
Who was just a few weeks ago was getting death threats because he missed that shot. Man, chill out. You and your girlfriend. Just chill out and don't say nothing. Just shut up. Did LeBron say something yet? Did the Kane say something?
LeBron ain't saying nothing publicly about it, but for Danny Green to go out there and that's been a whole half of a day, and LeBron hasn't said nothing, then your silence is a statement. That means Danny Green had been already in conversation probably because he's speaking on behalf, saying how LeBron is probably going to do some load managing this year and rest because of the fact of how many games he's played and giving himself to the game, especially and then looking at how much he's probably going to play in 2021. Remember, the Olympics is deferred, right, to next year?
Yeah.
So that means
it's going to end before the Olympics. Yeah.
So that means LeBron thinking about this, which so with LeBron doing the load managing thing, that's sacrificing so he could be able to be available for the Olympics. Because the Olympics ain't the same if LeBron ain't playing in it. Y'all know that.
Hey man, y'all better sit back and understand that LeBron James is not, hey man. Hey, don't be texting me nothing to put on no screen, dude. Dude, somebody texted me something. If he do it one more time, I'm gonna call y'all. Don't be texting me to put nothing on no screen. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I just had to do a little housekeeping. He texted me and messing up my screen.
Yeah, and
do that no more, Frank.
So once again, that's one of the things we was talking for the dose of NBA news, and also there's a strong possibility that there may not be an All-Star weekend in 2021.
Not good.
Which makes sense. All-Star weekend was generally in February, and you have to realize, guys, a lot of those locations, those hotels, the venues, everything was rented and booked years in advance for the end, for a particular weekend. That's the weekend, I think, after Valentine's Day, if I'm not mistaken.
During Valentine's Day. Yeah, right there.
We're in the midst of the pandemic, and you're talking about All-Star weekend is built around parties. It's built around socializing. So if we're supposed to be social distancing,
I've never been before.
Then what would that say? And guess what? In February in Indy, that ain't February in H-Town. February in Indy,
cold and polar bears. Testicles.
And guess what? Those players get to vote on that. But that's money, revenues lost.
They can have them revenue.
That ain't the owner's revenue. I don't know how them revenues.
No, everything owners, man. Everything owns. Owners own everything.
So the owners all get a piece of that kitty collectively. That's one.
And they give the players a little check.
But at the same time, you get 2 weekends off or the All-Star game. A lot of them guys at this junction,
load management.
They rather
load management.
2 weeks back home. They rather 2 weeks back home. Or in Lou Will's case, 2 weeks at the at the chicken wing spot.
Hey, but it's just so unique, man. The NBA, man. It's Jim, it's a pandemic. And just certain things that we just not gonna be able to do. And I know y'all be. I mean, it's just we got to wait. We got to weather this storm. We got people telling us now they rather Jimmy. We got people up there that we have elected, and see that's why when people was talking about people in other states, it don't matter to you. I mean, it don't affect you. But guess what? Mitch McConnell is from another state. He's affecting you right now. Lindsey Graham is affecting you. So these races in these other states, they do affect us. They do affect us, y'all. So let's be a little bit more civic minded. You don't have to know everything about it, but let's just just be a little bit more civic minded. I'm telling you, the next term in 2 years, the down ballot. Let's keep the same energy. Matter of fact, it's some polling places. I'm going to find the link. I'm going to post it for you. It's some polling places that are open, Jimmy, till 10 tonight. I don't know if it's another night, but somebody sent that to me today. Thank you. Rick Nelson sent that to me today. It's some polling places open till 10. Just go to Harris County Votes. I'm going to post it on both feeds. So, Jimmy, we still got some people ain't voted. See, you and I done voted. We just can't stop talking about it. Some people ain't voted yet. There's some people out here still.
My thing is, if you hadn't voted yet, here's the question: if you hadn't voted yet because you just hadn't gotten around to it, or you undecided? That's the question. I'm just really curious to how many undecideds out there that are in our circumference. And that's a good. I think it's a good. I'm not concerned about who you're voting for, but if you're undecided on whom you're voting for, or undecided on if you want to even vote or not, those are more important to me. Not to mention it's not necessarily my concern, but it's more important because at this point you have 6 days, 7 days left, and what is making the decision so hard? Because there's obviously more than one thing that you're voting for.
But Jimmy, a lot of us are not taught to vote. And Jimmy, I was thinking about that today when when I mentioned a minute ago, do you realize the impact that members of Congress have on our lives? A lot of people don't understand. We still worry about the president. Mitch McConnell, I just mentioned, Lindsey Graham, they affect us. Of the mantras that I've used is a lot is it's far more important for me to vote to help those who share my geology than my geography. I want some person with like-mindedness, Jim, someone who shares my values and represent me from, somebody who can understand me. And you got to understand the Jared Kushners of the world. We didn't vote him in, but he don't understand. A lot of these guys just don't. These guys don't. They live in a world that we don't live in. It's crazy out there, Jimmy. I was just thinking. I mean, we just got to understand about voting and what you're voting for. It's bigger than you just personalities. You just got, like I said, vote for. It's got to be somebody that got an interest like yours. If you don't sit there and understand it, go to Canada, move. Because it's a two-party system, Jimmy. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's a two-party system. If you don't vote for this one, you're voting. If you don't vote at all, you're voting for something. If you don't vote at all. But let me tell you something. They said 15 million more people that didn't vote the last term. I think they said 15 million, something like that. 15 million voted this time that didn't vote the last time. So I don't know what that means, but there's a lot more people voting that didn't vote in the Hillary Clinton era. So it's okay. It's all right. So what else we got, man?
Oh man, did you hear what happened between Cam Newton, right,
Mm-hmm.
and and Jeff Garcia?
Yeah, Jeff Garcia is a broad. I mean, excuse me, y'all.
Jeff Garcia, he asked Cam. He went off and went on against Cam and say basically, why you dressed that way? We called him tight britches on the show, on the Chop Show.
Well, hold up, Jeff Garcia, Jimmy. Hold on, Jeff Garcia is tight britches. Hold on, it was rumored his ex-girlfriend said he had an alternative lifestyle out there in San Francisco. Go look up Jeff Garcia, y'all. But keep going.
Well, San Francisco is that was at once upon a time it was called the White Atlanta until Boston took over.
Jimmy, Jeff Garcia. And if you go look at Jeff, y'all just go find some pictures of Jeff Garcia. His pants tighter than what's the guy's name? Cam Newton. His pants are tighter than Cam Newton's. I just don't understand what he's talking about. I promise you. That's like the pot telling the kettle black, whatever my mama used to say. The teapot telling the kettle black. It's black. So it's that's a good one. I come on, Jim.
Well, that's and also JJ Watt. Is starting to become vocal.
They finna write in
with these texts,
Jim,
voicing his displeasure.
Jim.
Well, I really believe that JJ Watt is doing it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that JJ Watt has been exposed. He understands his body has changed up before that injury and after that injury, meaning that he looked like Jeff Bagwell before and after his body frame. Meaning that, remember, the accusations were out on him. JJ Watt, I'm talking about.
Yes, Jimmy. I did look up that group. Thank you, Todd Holmes. I did. Jimmy, Todd Holmes had asked me about the NFAC a few weeks back, and I said, no. I knew of the group, but I didn't know the acronym for the group, Jimmy. It's a group. Hold on. Here was the heading. An all-black group is arming itself and demanding change. They are the NFAC. That means not effing around coalition, Jimmy. That's one of your coalitions, Jimmy. The not effing around coalition. I know you gonna use that one. But Jimmy, it's a group of I remember because they went to when Breonna Taylor, they went to Louisville to demand justice for Louisville. But thank you, Todd Holmes. I did see when y'all send me stuff. I'm gonna look it up. But that is an Atlanta-based group, Jimmy, has grown in size over frustration during the summer protests against questionable policing and the deaths of countless black people at the hands of police, said the founder, John Fitzgerald Johnson. So they started the group in Stone Mountain, Georgia, Jimmy, calling the removal of that Confederate monument up there. So yes, I know exactly who they are. Now, thank you, Todd Holmes, for allowing me to expand my mind. Allowing me to expand my mind. Thank you.
And the NCAA has, you remember, they were going to follow suit with the NBA and have some events in the bubble type atmosphere. Mm-hmm. And now they've canceled 8 of those events from taking place in Orlando. Mm-hmm. And on the campus.
Did you say why?
Well, from what I had read earlier was that they had some discrepancies, obviously serious discrepancies for the cancel the events about the COVID protocol and how from varying from conference to conference to school to school. Let's say if a guy got a positive what would happen. It ain't like football. You only play once a week.
Mm-hmm.
But in this basketball, how would you treat it if a guy got one? And see, the reason that some people have reason to feel some kind of way is after a lot of people are paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
For example, there's one quarterback on one of the Power 5 teams. You guys may help me which one, but he tested positive. He must miss like 2 weeks. This just happened this past weekend. A positive from one of the star quarterbacks. Well, Nick Saban gets a positive, and they go and test him again, and he gets to play. Gets to go on the sideline 72 hours later.
Come on, man.
Think about that.
I ain't got to think about it. Think about what?
So people are watching and they're saying, wait a minute. So if Alabama feels this kind of way about the COVID, which you understand, Alabama, the state, remember the rally they were going to have there, which they did have there, I think. Did they cancel their Republican rally a few months ago? They won't have but anyway, Alabama was one of those states. So guess what? They couldn't. They had to pull the plug. So now what does this mean? College basketball, these non-conference games. A lot of people are just saying, man, they'll just go to just conference only. And as I mentioned the other day, like Conference USA. Well, I didn't mention this the other day. I was just talking to one of the coaches from Conference USA over the weekend, and he explained they had their schedule come out, which is a very smart schedule. And I know what they're doing on Thursdays and Saturday, pretty much those common days. Now they're going to throw in an extra day of each week, every other week, but on Thursday and Saturday, I'm going to play you, then I'm going to play you at the same location, Thursday and Saturday. So that means now, well, I'm not sure the same location or not, but I'm playing you. My 2 games with you is in block. Kind of like how I was proposing that TSU and Prairie View did their home and home every year at the last game of the SWAC schedule, which that would mean both teams would get fans to see instead of fans only seeing one of them each year. Fans would be at both, but we're not talking about fans right now. I love the Conference USA for that type of block scheduling. It gets it out the way. You're getting your scout in. And now the thing that's bad about it, if a kid is missing, you're missing them for both of those games probably. But that's another thing.
I got something, Jimmy, I want to end with. We can. I'm just talking about misinformation, y'all. And I'm gonna just show you how we can be on this social media and be on Facebook. Y'all got to watch. Quit reading just the headline and take your lazy ass and read the whole article. Let me show you the reason I said something about that. I saw somebody post when Deion Sanders, they said, this the headline, y'all. Deion Sanders, Jackson State program, put on probation by the NCAA, hit with recruiting restrictions. Let me read it again. This how the heading went. Deion Sanders, Jackson State program, put on probation by the NCAA, hitting with recruiting restrictions. Then a guy on my Facebook feed that I am got this far, I might stop following. He said, "Didn't I say that was a bad idea? That is why I'm not a high school coach now. Deion is a great mind, but he can't be boxed in. He doesn't even care about those dumb, senseless rules. He's trying to develop young men. Don't be surprised if he gets frustrated and bounces after a year." He think Deion is the reason because he didn't read the whole article. He just assumed Deion did something already. But no, these are prior to Deion getting there. These are the things. But y'all, let's start reading, man. He sat there and talked about, yeah, I mean, that's why I don't coach high school basketball, because I don't want to deal with the rules. You got to deal with rules in anything you do in life. Unfreaking believable how we can just be, we just don't read, man. We'll look at the clickbait and just go for it, and then comment on Facebook. One dude said something the other day on Facebook talking about the election. Jimmy, I just asked him a question. Get what he said? I just posted it. I just posted it. He didn't know what the hell he was talking about. He just copied it and posted somebody's. Y'all, black folk, we got to do better. I'm just telling. Where else you go, Jimmy? They just don't read.
And well, I mean, of course, and you know, that's common. And I think Alex Sestero had posted on there just a while ago on the comments recently about the Rockets search coaching gig. And over the weekend, when I was talking to a couple of people and picking the brains on Friday, that's when then I pretty much on Friday I pretty much concluded from talking with a couple of people that John Lucas was probably not going to get the gig, and it's unfortunate because the reason, and you think about it, it's like Misery Love Company. If John Lucas don't get the gig, then Jeff Van Gundy, who's a favorite of the owner, don't get it twisted now. Jeff Van Gundy shouldn't get the gig. Jeff Van Gundy had
why not? If I'm the favorite of the owner, I get the gig.
No. I say for the same reason. If John Lucas don't get the gig for the same reason, you see what I'm saying? But it's not the same. That's a relationship one-on-one. But for the same reason, meaning that if you're saying that based on his resume in Houston, Jeff Van Gundy had a team that was pretty much had put our program, the city of Houston basketball for the Rockets at one of the all-time lows when Van Gundy was coaching. So if you were at an all-time low, and that was before social media, Hal. That was before social media. You got social media now.
They gonna hire.
That was before. You know what I'm saying? So
his brother got hired, now they gonna hire. His brother got hired, now he gonna get hired.
So now,
why they keep throwing Steven Silas' name in there?
Just because of the black.
Okay, because he just been a career.
That way it can make it seem like a black. You cover all.
Yeah, two blacks and one white.
Yeah, you CYA. And here's the thing that with John Lucas, and he's coming back to the Chop Shop next week. So you guys, I'll set the date with him, and he did confirm he's coming back next week, and he got a lot of stuff to get off his chest.
Oh Lord! Because tell him don't be coming. Hold up, do me a favor, say man, don't be coming if you got another meeting behind us, because we might go long. All that old meetings. Tell him don't set no meeting at 2:30. Yeah.
So next week, because Tuesday is election day, we might have something special planned on that day on the Chop Shop.
Okay.
We'll let you guys know on Thursday. But we got to set the date for Luke because of the next election and all that stuff. So, but John Lucas, and I'm just speaking on like this, and you really just think about it like this, Al. What John, I'm trying to be really tactful as I say this. He's worked in the organization for a number of years after playing. We ain't even go back to him playing. I'm talking about on the coaching staff. His role, whether you guys know it or not, put it like this. John's role was so valuable that he's like the highest paid assistant, definitely on the staff, one of the highest paid assistants in the league. So if your role was that valuable, people that knew, and it just goes to show that people know, but then the corporate don't know. It's two different things of knowing. So corporate is where the real dollars that's behind the candidate. John is the guy that the cattle herder. He's the guy that kept, when they needed to relate something to a guy, PJ, Eric Gordon, Clint Capella, Daniel House, James, in intervals. John would go and speak that language to them and cipher it back and try to have the meeting before the meeting, to let both sides know what to expect when they meet. He was that guy. That's important. That really is. Because it can save some stuff. It saves tension. If players feeling some kind of way, John gonna know. So that means administration would know. Ownership will know eventually. So if John is so valuable in that capacity, then why would he not be as valuable as a head coach? That's the thing that's the part that's baffling to me. That means you're good enough to be my side piece. That's basically what the Rockets are saying. But you ain't wife material. You side piece material. And guess what? Some side pieces okay, as long as you're going to pay me like a wife. And that's what they're doing with Luke. They about to get another raise. And you see what's happening? Whoever gets the job has to put Luke as the associate head coach. That's already done. So they've already made them. I'm letting you guys know. You hear it right now on the Chop Shop. Whichever of those two guys get the job, John Lucas is the associate head coach with a pay raise. So once again, you've already saying you're important enough, you're good enough, but sometimes good ain't good enough. So I get it to you guys, and it just and I'm quite sure like this. We should have known. First of all, they knew what Luke do. John Lucas, this ain't coming from him. It's coming from somebody. And I've said this already before on the Chop Shop. They said John Lucas by far gave the best interview of all of the interviews. That was before Van Gundy. Now, I don't know what Van Gundy interview was like, but before Van Gundy, when they were still in the bubble, because Van Gundy was doing the game. But John Lucas' interview was the most impressive of the candidates. And I guess they were waiting around thinking that John was going to do something to scratch himself off. But we should have known it, because if they was going to give Luke the job, really, they would have done it within hours after Van Gundy was gone. I mean, after D'Antoni was gone.
I just like somebody keeps saying Van Gundy is a good hire. I just want to know why. Give me a reason why Van Gundy is a good hire for this particular team. I just want to know. I'm just curious. Just give me two good reasons. But Jimmy, what was so controversial about what you said? That wasn't that bad. It wasn't that. You said I might say something and it might be controversial. No, that wasn't that bad. I mean, I guess you're talking about the side piece.
It wasn't that bad because I had to form it to morph it into.
Yeah, I'm good enough. I'm good enough to do this, but I'm not good enough to be in that. Well, then, do they? Man, that organization I just can't comment on. I'm just thank you, Stephen Wood. Somebody he know who I am. He done placed it up there 2 or 3 times talking about Van Gundy is a great hire. I'm just give me one. Man, preaches defense. Preaching defense and getting somebody to play it is 2 different damn things. Most city finest, that's not it. Give me something. Give me something concrete. Preach defense. Elston Turner is one of the supposed to be one of the best defense coaches in the league. He was on the Rockets staff this year. He's a hell of a coach. Who says Van Gundy is a hell of a coach? Will maximize Harden by simply putting him in a designated ball move. Jeff Van Gundy, the only one can do that. Alex Pugh. Mark Jackson is not going to get a job, Todd Holmes. Y'all need to quit the Mark Jackson, Jimmy. Let's just go to the boom boom room. Mark Jackson is not going to get a job. I got a whole article on that one for you that I could have wrote myself, but this guy wrote it real good for me. No, Jimmy didn't say Lucas didn't get the job. He just saying there's a great chance that he might because it's taking so long. And that's just like Jimmy.
He's not getting the job. No. I'm telling you that Lucas is not getting the job as a head coach.
And now I'm mad.
They've already made the because they've already made the concessions. The ownership, the leaks have already come from the front office designating John as the associate head coach for either one of those guys who get the job. John has the option for. So you're giving me that option. That means I'm not getting the job. And he knows it at this point.
And it's good.
And mind you, Reed, I think it's messed up because that leaked out on Monday.
Jimmy, my problem is Stephen Silas.
They leaked out on Monday. Let me tell you what I'm saying. Hold on, Howard.
Okay.
That's why, and it goes deep because you didn't even let the dirt come together on BJ Johnson.
That you didn't know. And he's been in that organization for 20 years.
Now, understand something.
Mm-hmm.
On Friday, at the private ceremony for BJ,
John was there.
Several people got to speak words of sentiment. John was one of them. Which obviously John ain't gonna speak.
But Jimmy, okay, keep going because I'm trying to see why did that matter.
No. Well, I'm getting off the other point. The other point is they released this news on Monday. And after this stuff with BJ, so that means you released it because momentum was coming, and you throw that out there and letting it be known. So we ain't got to even play with this no more because now people saw John Lucas there. They saw the affection. They saw the sincere between Claudette and the Lucases. They saw the love. It wasn't just like a pat on the back and. But
Jimmy, what's the use of him liking Claudette? The man, the owner says he don't even know the man. He didn't know BJ.
No. But what happens is, and on Friday, there's a room filled with executives and people from across the country.
I'm talking about the owner, Jimmy.
I'm not talking about the owner. I'm talking about the people that was in that room.
Okay.
They see now. It's like, damn, Luke in there. Luke, them people down. And you probably don't know him, but you see him in the interactions, and it lets you know this is genuine. He's genuinely. And Miss Debbie is right there with him, and she's interacting. You can see it's genuine,
Jimmy.
And so let me go put this room idea. Let's cut all this stuff out because people, if we let it go too far, people will wonder and question why this guy. You made the mistake. They pulling it. In other words, they're pulling the mask on off now. They ain't hiding now. Jimmy. Luke is.
I'm talking about.
He's the silver medalist in this race.
Now I understand.
I hate it.
Oh, now I understand why Sam Cassell's name is not there instead of Steve Silas. If Sam Cassell's name there as another choice, he would have still been under public. It would have been. He had John Lucas and Sam Cassell as the other two black coaches. Other than that, it would have been, I'm talking about the general public who loves Sam Cassell. So Stephen Silas, who ain't never been a head coach before in his life either. Ever. Yeah. But he there instead of Sam.
But he know how to game prep. So you saying Luke don't know how to game prep? But Silas knows how to game prep.
Van Gundy was the coach at the helm when the Houston Rockets were at his lowest moments. And didn't you so eloquently say that, Jimmy, a minute ago? Because I hadn't looked it up. Did you just say that?
Say it again.
When Houston
What part?
Rockets were at their lowest moments.
One of their lowest.
One of their lowest moments. Jeff Van Gundy.
T-Mac. We got T-Mac and the Yao Ming.
And Yao Ming.
That was when Van Gundy was here. Back in 03, 04, 05, 06.
So he had two Hall of Famers, right?
Hall of Famers. And couldn't get past the first round of the playoffs.
And now somebody come on this feed and said he's the best coach for this job. The freak out of here with that mess. Thank you, Jimmy. Get out of here with that.
And
what do y'all be talking? Forget it.
You know what?
Forget
you know what? My thing is the accountability factor. You know what? Give it to Van Gundy. Give it that 2 years. They ain't gonna sign. He's not gonna even accept 2 years. He's gonna take 4 at least. It's gonna be a 4 or 5 year. Give him 2 years though and watch what happens. Give him 2 years. And what? But
man, let me tell y'all something.
I'm not anti Van Gundy because indirectly his efforts have helped a lot of black kids, that especially over that provision at that school. He's on the board. So indirectly, it's helped keep Rick Nelson and Ronnie Courtney and those guys back by way of the grants inserted. So, and not him directly, but just indirectly. But
I ain't even talking about him, man. How in the hell he gonna hold people accountable? Okay. All right.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna leave it. No. I ain't gonna even talk about he. I mean, let him be the coach. Because guess what? I ain't got to worry about it. Let him be the coach. Okay, I'm done. If Jeff Van Gundy is the coach, I just think.
Ask the question now. For everybody that's pro Van Gundy, how many years does he need before he's gonna be held accountable? That's the
they said he gonna hold. He gonna hold the players account. He gonna hold James Harden accountable.
Okay, but how long will it be? Would you say 2 years, 3 years? This is NBA now. This is today's NBA. This ain't yesterday's NBA. How many years would he or would you hold him accountable or expect the results? Because here's what you got to think about. Houston Rockets took the Lakers to the 7 games. How many games they went with the Lakers?
I don't know.
6 or 7. Houston Rockets made it to that second round. So with Van Gundy, the expectations won't be just getting to the first round again. It won't be just getting to the second round again. You got to get at least to the third round, which is the Western Conference Finals. So that's where it starts at.
Jimmy, I don't know who could be the coach. I just think Jimmy, we just had D'Antoni. Okay. Y'all didn't like him. Okay. Y'all didn't like him. Y'all call him D'Antoni. He ain't got no D in his name. Why couldn't we do something different, man? Before that, who we had? Kevin McHale. I'm just trying to see when Houston gonna give somebody that looked like James Harden a chance to coach him.
Well, we had one, and they let him go right before they won the championship. The year before they won the championship.
Who?
The coach that went to New York Knicks. What's the guy name?
Mike Woodson. Mike Woodson wasn't the coach here.
No, not Woodson. Was the coach? We had the head.
You had an interim. He was an interim. He was an interim.
He was interim?
Yeah, he came after Kevin McHale left.
Who am I talking about? Was it Chaney?
No, a Bickerstaff's son.
Yeah, Don Chaney. That's what I'm talking about.
That was Jimmy. That was 100 years ago.
That was
with
right
Sleepy
before they
Floyd.
won the championship. That was right before they won the championship.
Oh, you talking about
They let him go.
Jimmy. I'm talking about recent history now. I'm sorry. I'm talking about
championships.
okay.
Understand though?
No.
But that team was set up pretty much right there before they won.
He won. Jimmy, he won Coach of the Year and got fired the next year.
Yeah.
Don Chaney won Coach of the Year.
Same thing happened to the black coach in Toronto. Toronto coach won Coach
but he at least got a job
3 years ago.
He got a job. I'm saying,
Chaney ended up getting another job.
Not head coach.
Get another job after the Rockets.
Not no head coach.
You sure?
Not no head coach. Hell no. I'm talking about recent history. 84. What's that? 94. That's kind of a long time ago. Jimmy. My son was born in 94. I don't want to even talk about 94 right now. He was born in 94. So guess what? I'm talking about in recent history. I'm just watching. Hey, man, we had some qualified guys out here, man. Nate McMillan. Hold up. Nate McMillan got fired. Why didn't you interview him? He constantly had that team on the brink. Injuries stopped him. Jimmy, we had some.
Alan, that's why I'm saying you have to refresh remember. I told you, Don Chaney, he did get another job. He left Houston, went to Detroit, went to New York. I said the coach that went to New York. It was Chaney. He had 2 head coaching jobs after the Rockets. Not 1, but 2. So Don Chaney.
They so memorable, I don't even remember. Okay. I don't even remember. I'm past Don Chaney right now. Past that. I'm talking about we got qualified men now that happen to be black. And y'all talking about Steven Silas? We can ease out of the John Lucas because we can just give him a job because he's already working for us. Unbelievable. That's all I got to say. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's a great coach. Sam Cassell, great coach. Got to give him a chance. Steven Silas, great game. What did he say? Now y'all see why I don't cheer for the Rockets. I cheer for James Harden. Let him trade him. I bet I never talk about the Rockets again on this show. I'll let Jimmy talk and I'll put my mute on. Don't like him like that. I don't like the program. I mean, I like players. Like somebody just asked me a great question, Jimmy. Robert, what about the Clippers? What they going to do? I don't care no more. I'm done. Doc and Sam gone. I'm done. My key card won't work no more now. I'm done. I'm just Jason Kidd. Oh, Jason Kidd. Thank you. Just won the championship. Thank you, Jeremy Davis. And we talk about Jeff Van Gundy. We got a coach, Jason Kidd, so cool, he didn't have a timeout left. To the people who don't know, he didn't have a timeout left. Jimmy, you remember what he did? Jimmy, he came over there and told the Jet, hey man, knock this cup out of my hand. He knocked the cup out of his hand. The water spilled on the floor. Jimmy, what they had to do? Clean the water up. So guess what? You got a break. The man is that crafty. And you want Jan Van Gundy? I guess he got the complexion for protection for collection. So y'all all right with it. Oh, we got Jeff Van Gundy. I'm good. It ain't, no. I put those personal issues aside and dealing with the Rockets. No. I'm not a fan like you, most city finalists. I'm not a fan. Let's get that straight. I cheer for people. I support people that I like and I know. That's who I support. I don't support the Rockets. You ain't never seen me with a Rocket outfit on in your life. Ever. But Jimmy, I'm not under. No, spilling water don't make the wherewithal to be smart enough to get an extra time out, sir. Hell out of here with Jeff Van Gundy. Took us, hold up, a guy who had, what you say? Yao Ming, Hall of Famer, and Tracy McGrady, and we still getting out here 2-0. Wow. Jock Vaughn, I don't know yet. Don't know yet. But
guess what? It's Tillman Fertitta.
Yes, sir.
And it's his decision, as you guys.
Oh yeah.
And it's obvious that in this world, if we can go and preach the adage of relationships, right? Then the relationship between that the Van Gundys are having, it's almost like they're the Bush family of the NBA coaching ranks. Speaking of how Bush's was with politics and the government, and so you can rest assured that you can follow the money backwards on this one, and it's going to lead you to somehow that Van Gundy and Tillman Fertitta, that connection, that relationship is basically.
Well, why it's taking him so long, Jimmy? Jimmy, why it's taking so long? If the relationship that great,
that's the part of the business that you know. You know when stuff taking so long.
No, I don't understand this hire at all. I don't care how cool he was.
We're not talking about the hire. We're talking about they've already why it's taking so long.
No, Jimmy, I'm just telling you this situation right here. If you saying the relationship was that great, look how quick they hired. Look how quick they hired. What's his name? Tyronn Lue. Tyronn Lue left here one day, went out there, and then said, "Bam, dude."
But understand, Tyronn Lue had his job search was expedited because supply and demand, the principles of economics, he became in demand because another team was about to hire him. So that means now the Clippers had to make a move.
So we settling for Jeff Van Gundy.
Yeah, they sell. Ain't nobody offering neither one of their three finalists, which is down to two finalists now. Nobody else is have a job on the table for them. So you can take your time right now. You really can. Now the thing is, you got to get a coach name soon because you got the draft. The draft is coming up on the 18th.
And somebody just sent me some. Thank you, man. They just sent me some. Van Gundy lost, had a record of 7-12 in the playoffs. He had a good regular season record. Like Jimmy, this you here. I mean, you don't like the regular season because I value. He had a 182.
For certain teams, it don't matter.
Okay. 7-12 in playoffs. He lost in the first round 3 of the 4 years he coached the Rockets. And you're going to give him the mantle again. Okay.
And he didn't make the playoffs the other year.
Okay.
He didn't make it the other year. You know what I'm saying? One he made it 3 to the first round, and the other year he didn't make it at all.
Unbelievable. No, I'm really just making a show out of it, but I just don't understand Van Gundy. I just don't. And you said some relationships mean much. Y'all get ready for some dismal years here. All you Rocket fans, because it ain't gonna bother me. Long as my dude gets his 30, I'm good. Hey, I'm good. And if they're good enough to trade it, then y'all ain't gonna never see me no more. Talking about no Rockets. Jimmy will be talking about. We're gonna have a segment just for Jimmy. And Jimmy, you know what I'm gonna do? Watch this. Watch this button. I'm gonna do just here. That's what I'm gonna do, just like that. And let you talk about the Rockets all day long. But man, I know it's time to go. Dog. I'm gone. Look, I put you on the. I put us on opposite sides. Ain't that something? God, that's all right. I'll leave us there. I'll leave us there because the show's almost ended. Recycling these old coaches that's worthless and recycling them instead of giving a guy like Sam Cassell a job or Darvin Ham a job. I mean, these guys are Chauncey Billups a job. You know, I'm just sitting there watching, man. It's just but guess what? These owners, it ain't but 30 of them. They own their teams. They can do Tillman Fertitta. He can do whatever he want with that team. I wouldn't, if I was him, I wouldn't let nobody tell me what to do. But it's okay. I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, that's how.
That's good. I'm good.
How you can expect it to go down.
I'm good.
And the thing is, guess what? I just want to make sure the people are going to hold this coach accountable. At what point will they get? It's like Dallas Cowboys. Think about Dallas Cowboys is going through the same stuff. Remember, you wanted that other coach out, Jason Garrett gone. He was trash, right? So now you wanted a new coach. You got a new coach. Now this new coach got you sitting on 2-5, right? So now think about it. How many years who this coach gonna get? He can't get the same amount of time. He gonna get the same amount of time Jason Garrett got. So how many years Cowboy fans go get this coach, McCarthy?
Jimmy, why are we talking about the Cowboy fans, man? You know them people are hurting right now, Jimmy.
No, but I mean accountability because
once you get people are hurting, man.
Same thing for the Rockets. Everybody holding everybody.
The Rockets ain't hurting. The Rockets, you just said, went to the second round of the playoff. Why are they hurting?
No expectations now. That's where it started. See,
ain't gonna be no expectation for Jeff Van Gundy. Y'all he got the complexion for protection for collection. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about him. They ain't saying nothing about Jeff Van Gundy around here. None of them fans. Oh, that Jeff, he gonna get all right. Because if they get to fighting, guess what? Jeff would grab the leg. Jeff would grab the leg of Patrick Ewing. I bet he know how to do that. What did people say? WTF?
Yeah, but I mean, like I mentioned the Cowboys. I mentioned the Cowboys and that the.
Oh, Jimmy, hold on, Rod Wells. I love Rod Wells. Jimmy, I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Expectations start.
Okay.
Where reality left off.
Okay.
The reality was Cowboys was a 500 team. Last season. So you got a new head coach. Then your expectations go. You got to at least meet or beat the previous reality, which is 8-8. So that means when you don't, the Cowboys had 6 Pro Bowlers. 6 Pro Bowlers.
You remember what I said? But they weren't playing like Pro Bowlers.
Yeah, they still got voted in there.
What did happen to Zeke?
Into
I know, Jimmy, but all the time you don't play like what you voted into. Jimmy,
so that means
you lost last night too. So I win this week. So Rod Wells got me, and you ain't said nothing about it. Man, let me tell you something. Man, I bet you used to cheat in everything you played. Don't tell the truth. You cheated in baseball. I know.
No, I didn't necessarily cheat.
You cheated spades.
No, I'm slick. It's a big difference.
No, you're greasy because you just got caught. You're greasy. You ain't slick. You're greasy. You just got caught.
Now, would I cheat? Hell damn yeah. Would you cheat?
Not on this.
I'm telling not on this, period. We're talking about period. Would you cheat? Morals are morals. You damn Skippy, I cheat to win.
Yeah.
So so the person that said that, you got to watch the person that say they want to win. You're a fine person, fine gentleman.
Yeah.
But guess what? I will.
I said yeah, but that's all right. Thank you, Rod Wells. Let me tell you something. Rod Wells is the fan of the year. Rod Wells is I know I got Kim Jackson, that's my niece. But Rod Wells, man, that's my dude, man. That's my dude, man. I got to do something for Rod. Rod, I got you, homeboy. Rod. Hey, Jimmy, from now on, Rod is in the starting 5. I don't care if he ain't.
So that means you're going to cheat for him.
I'm cheating for Rod.
See what I'm saying?
I'm finna get like, hey, you can call me Robert Altuve. I'm about to cheat. You can. I got a new name. My name is Robert Altuve. I'm finna take my shirt off. Oh no. My wife don't want nobody to see my chest.
Hey, no. Did you see the expose that a guy went and dug up all of the homework? I gotta find it. It's a guy, a media person, went and constructed a lot of different video footage and put it together last week. This was about a week ago. He says like it's out there saying for once and for all we're gonna for like this was his comeback to the Altuve reason about the shirt thing. That it wasn't about cheating, but about that shirt. Why he didn't want him to grab and rip his shirt off. He went back and found footage and like from various times that somehow got to realize some guys kind of more touchy than others. So guys will always rip off. Carlos Carrera will be the main one. Would try to go and rip off his shirt.
Yeah.
And they showed video footage of several games in the past, and dudes do that more. And they're like, man, hush up, you little old bitch. You hit another home run, we're gonna rip your shirt off. We're gonna do it again. They went and found the connection. Now, guess what? That don't mean they wasn't cheating, but for that reason.
No. I'm just. I
really believe now that it has validity because it showed Altuve and it showed the times and it showed all that stuff and it showed it wasn't. But then they say, well, some people say, well, if that's the case, then why did they give an excuse about tattoos about my wife? And they said, they ain't got nothing to do with that. But the reason that you believe that he had it rips the monitor theory up because that video that we saw and I never had seen the whole video. The video that we saw with Carrera, with Altuve coming across on home plate, that viral video, and him clutching his pearls. Guess what? The next thing they know, they show him running in the dugout, right? The same video shows him running in the dugout. He stayed on that field for about 19 seconds, celebrating with people before going into the dugout. If you was hiding something, you would have went like that video show. That's why it's always so good, man.
Well, I like my story, Jimmy. Why you go and mess my story up?
Yeah, because you trying to make it seem you mentioned the buzzer. You said the Altuve with the buzzer.
My name is Robert Altuve. Yes, God. And so that's all I said. And you come giving us a whole history about the man and showing his brassiere. His you say his pearls. His chest area, man. But boy, y'all crazy, man. I'm done with y'all.
We gotta get ready, man.
I'm out of here.
It is time to slide on down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing. I got to get up out of here. We got Women Rock Wednesday on tomorrow.
Yes.
Make sure you guys hadn't done so, get out there and vote. Make your mind up. We shouldn't have to be helping you to make your mind up. Your mind should already be made up. Get out and vote. The polls are not as flooded as you think they are. They are not at all. Not in Houston. The polls are not in Houston as flooded as you think they are. I went and voted. It took me 19 minutes and 57 seconds from getting out of my car, getting in line, and walking back to the car. 1957, and that was on day number one. I went day number one at about 5:30, 5:45. Day number one. And that's what the line. It was.
I told you, I had the greatest voting day ever. I just got to pull up in there, y'all. It met two wonderful people that day. And let me tell you something. I'm telling you, it was my best voting experience ever. Tiffany said it didn't take up 10 minutes. Jimmy said 1957. And Jimmy, you tweeted, no, you text that in your voice in a group text with me, you, and somebody else. Because he come texting you talking about he did it in this amount of minutes. I ain't gonna call his name, but his name started with Frank. And he, but Jimmy, he talking about I did mine in 20 minutes. Jimmy said I did mine in 1957. I said, wow. 1950. People said it
Dude,
took him 9 minutes.
Dude, I had packed a backpack with 4 bottles of water. I had packed 2 bags of tater chips. I had 1 bag of Doritos, 1 bag of Lay's. I had my little boombox speaker, because that way I'm in my mind. I was prepared. I had some off. I didn't know what the line was gonna be like. I had all it in a big backpack, and I was ready to roll. I get to that place. I thought they had changed the location. Ain't no line outside the door. I said, man, wait a minute. What happened to the? Ain't no. I thought, and understand. Initially, after seeing the news that day on the first day, remember some stuff that went down in Atlanta about the voting polls. I really had, and then Fort Bend County had some stuff on the news earlier at the 4 o'clock news. I really thought that they had shut down the polls electronically. And when I walked in, and that dude said, "Man, no, just go on inside, man." I left the backpack in the car. Jim. I was good to go, man. I was ready to camp out. And you
didn't bring no chair. You didn't bring that little portable chair.
No, I didn't have a portable chair, but I had a blanket.
Hold up. Listen to me. I just want to know, did anybody else do what I did? Did anybody else go to the Toyota Center? It seemed like I'm the only one with. Okay, Joshua Thomas said he went to the drive-thru. Joshua, where was your drive-thru experience at? Out the Toyota Center, they had a fan there, Jimmy, blowing in on me. So I wouldn't be hot. You had to turn that phone off. They said, turn that phone off, turn your car off. They tell you that first. Said, we done wiped this down already. I'm going to sit it in your lap. Y'all, did anybody else do that? Man, y'all messing up the whole voting thing, man. Oh, he went to the KBC. Oh, that's awesome. Jimmy, yeah, the Kingdom Builders Center. You feel me? Jimmy, you know about the KBC? Huh?
It's like Biden say, you ain't black.
Oh, if you don't know about the KBC, you ain't black. Man, see,
black. Anyway, guys, we got to get up out of here. I'll see you guys on tomorrow. Y'all make sure you share the show if you hadn't done so already. Share the show to your timelines, to your groups, to your friends, and let people know about the Chop Shop, and especially those that are on Facebook because of our new page.
Yeah,
so
Jimmy.
Also, if you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up over there. I see you over there, guys, and Dr. Newsom and Kim Jackson and Coach Leah, and you know, and she's getting out the vote as well, and of course, and Slim Rick and all the rest of the crew over there, Rod Wells. See you guys up in there getting it in. Thanks for everybody. But hey, man,
Jimmy, do me a favor, Jimmy, tell him, Jimmy, I need 10 new subscribers when we wake up, by the time we wake up tomorrow for YouTube. I need 10. Give me 10.
Sound like the preacher at my
church. Is there one? Jimmy, is there one? I told you I was praying last night.
Every time I do it, my mama go, she'd be one to get out there.
I love your mom. I love your mom. I love your mom. Why you think you so blessed right now? Them prayers that because your mama did that.
Boy, I understand no tithes. My mama paid them people so much. I know my mama was a top tither. She tied the real 10%.
Jimmy, she was doing her duty, Jimmy. She knew, guess what? She ain't never go hungry, did she? She always had some, did she? Yeah. She always had some. Always had some. Then look what? Look, and then you halfway decent. So Jimmy, I need 10. I need 10. Y'all help me out. I need 10, Rick Timms. I need 10. I need 10 new subscribers. That's all.
We're gonna get it.
Okay. All right, baby.
Man. Get it up out of there and make sure you spread the word, guys. We up out of here. Peace.
All right, we out. Let me hit that button, Jim. Oh boy.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live. live in the chop shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the chop shop. We in the chop shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the chop shop. We in the chop shop, we live in the chop shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the chop shop.